What about you? In the garage today we have an Audi, and it's a 2015 model year, and we're going to scan the car with all these different scan tools here, and well, we'll see what one performs the best, comes out on top, all that, you know. Right, first one we'll have here is a MaxiSys MS 908 Pro, which I have a few years. It's sort of like my go-to tool, does a lot of stuff, and it hasn't been updated for a couple of years because they're too dear, but yeah, it'll do this car no bar at all. Next on the list we have a Launch. This is an X431 V Plus. Maybe turn it over there and show you that. There we go, X431 V Plus, and that is fully up to date. That one there, and that's the dongle there. You'll see the significance of that cup in a minute or two. And we'll have this one here. This is not mine. This is an OBDEleven. Yeah. That's what it says, OBDEleven on it there. And it comes in that wee pouch. So it's quite a small wee dongle thingy. And this was lent to me because I told the guy I was going to do this review, this test here. And he says, I'll take my wee dongle there. And it works on an app on your phone, you know. So that's not mine, never used it before. But what we're going to do, we're just going to do a full system scan, see if it, you know, it's able to read the VIN and all that jazz. So over here we have VCDS, which is the VAG tool that a lot of people use, and I'll just show you. This is a fully registered proper tool from Rostec, and this is the Hax V2, and it's not wireless. You can get a wireless one of these. It's a couple of £100 dear, but I think this is the most popular one, you know, because you need a laptop anyway to run this. So, you know, so I think that's what most people do, and that's what I've elected for. This one here is the version 2, because you know, you can put a different lead on it. The original ones had a fixed lead, so if the lead ever got damaged or whatever, you were sort of bait. You had to buy a whole new interface. So the registration information is in the interface, and this is fully registered. It's unlimited VIN and unlimited updates on it as well. It is you know, not one of them clone ones that you get on eBay. It's the proper job. So we have our test vehicle, 2015 Audi A3 petrol TFSI. And what we're going to do is we'll just do an auto scan. So I'll plug the interface in and we'll see how they perform. I'll go through them all. Okay, starting off with the MaxiSys, and then just for a bit of a giggle there, we've got that phone in a cup, and that's what that's for. So we'll go into VIN and we'll start that and go into that. So interface is plugged in, and ignition's on, and the car is on battery support, and it's recognized the VIN okay. 2015 Audi A3, great stuff, and it's a 5-door Sportback, and we'll have to tell it the engine here. So it's, hold on to your check. So just on the rocker cover there, it says CZE, so I can see that somewhere, CZE, CRLC, it's a 1.4, CZEA, right, that'll do. So we'll do diagnosis, auto scan, and we'll just let that run. I'll make it a wee bit brighter. So this car is in for service. There's no customer complaint with this car, but you know, there usually is some sort of fault codes in most of these cars because there's that many modules in them and stuff. So we'll just see what this thing picks up and how quick it does it. So as you saw there, we had to tell it the engine code, and but it picked up the VIN okay. So yeah, rattle along right now. It says there 24% at the moment. Yeah, you see that? Focused on that. 30%. And we'll just let it run. So this is real-time stuff here. You fast forward this bit if you want. Right, so there we go. It's finished at just over 3 minutes there. So that was from getting from the VIN to doing the scan. It was 3 minutes, and it's found 3 faults in the central matrix, 1 fault in the door electronic passenger side, 1 fault in the information control unit. And we'll see. We'll just do report on that. So we have, there we go, remote key voltage too low. I'll maybe get you in now a wee bit. That's better. Remote key voltage too low there, anti-theft, fault in the information control unit, eject button mechanical function. And it's found all those modules there. So yeah, the maxi says is pretty good on the VHA. There's no doubt about it. You know, so it's found 15 modules there. So that's great. On to the next one. Okay, so on to the launch X431 V Plus, and we have cycled the ignition, and here we go. We'll make a start there. So VIN scan, automatic identification. Let's see how it performs here. VIN code identification error. So we'll go into Audi. Okay. So it didn't recognize the VIN off the hop there. So we'll see. We'll just do a health report. Okay, clock stopped at 2 minutes and 4 seconds, and it's found 3 faults in the central matrix, 1 there and 1 there. So it's a wee bit quicker than the MaxiSafe on the scan. Didn't have to tell it the engine code, but it didn't recognize the VIN. So yeah, 3 faults there, 1 fault there. And it's found 15 modules there. So yeah, I'll just get you in on that. So 12 modules there, 3 modules there, 3 faults in central electrics, 1 in the door electronics, and 1 in the information control unit. So yeah, looks like it's much the same, and it did that in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Moving on to VCDS, and we'll start the clock, and we'll do an auto scan and start. We'll see what happens. Let that go like that. So that's it done. 1 minute, 25 seconds. It was maybe a couple of seconds less than that. I didn't actually realise that it had finished. So we'll have a wee look at the data. I'll maybe get you in that a wee bit better. Okay, we'll get a wee look at that. So that was quicker than the MaxiSys. We didn't have to put any information into it at all. It recognised the VIN right away there. It tells us the mileage as well. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 modules the same. We'll have a fault, central electrics, fault there, and a fault there. So we'll just scoot through them to see. So what's that? Engine, no fault found. Brakes, no fault found. HVAC, no fault found. Central electrics, control unit for wiper motor, light switch, and it shows us all the coding and component serial numbers and stuff there. So there's a lot of information it's given us there. And yeah, there's the 3 faults there: remote key, remote key 2, current too low, and sensor for anti-theft alarm. So I think that's bringing us up the same faults there. Okay, it's just a hell of a lot more information on each module. So all the data sets there. No fault found in instruments. Steering wheel control module, no fault found. No fault found there. So when it's red there, it's highlighting. There's something there. Fault found, motor for window regulator. Signal implausible, and it tells us the mileage that occurred, the date and the time that occurred. So it's a bit more information on the VCDS here, no doubt. What's that there? Display unit for multimedia system, eject button, mechanical failure on the multimedia system, and yeah, I don't know where that was in the other ones there. I would have to look back and see. But let's see, we'll go up to the report there again. And let me see, print that. Alright. Copy. Okay, so we can copy and save and print that and do all sorts of stuff. If you have a printer attached, I'll have to set up a wireless printer to this. I think I haven't done that yet. So there we go. So on to the next one, the wee OBDEleven. Okay, so this is connected on an app on the phone here, but I've screen mirrored it onto the laptop, so you might be able to see it a wee bit better. So it's plugged into the car, ignition's on, key's been cycled, and we'll connect. And we'll see what happens. So I need to select that from the list, I think. It took me a few minutes to connect it to the Bluetooth there, so it was picking up other Bluetooth devices, You know, probably this phone here and probably the camera that you're watching on has a Bluetooth connectivity. So anyway, so that's it connected, it says. So we'll hit start. We'll hit start, and the screen keeps going off because of the phone, and we'll hit scan. So there we go. Well, let it go at that. So there we go, and that comes up at 2:42, 2 minutes and 42. I don't know where it's coming up the camera or not. 2 minutes 42 for that scan, and there's the screen turning off again on the phone. So if you're going to use this, you maybe need to adjust the settings on your phone. But let me see. I'm not familiar with this, so it's found 15 modules there. It says 15 there, and 3 faults. So we'll click into that one. Central Electrics, faults, remote key 1, remote key 2, and anti-theft sensor. So we'll go back. Now it is giving you the options there for information. Let me see, info. Yeah, so there's the long coding there of it, the serial number and stuff. So it's showing you that. So I think those other scan tools do that as well. There's live data adaption, stuff like that available. And yeah, this wee tool now, this guy has this is a pro version, and it works on credits, I think, or something like that, and he has it loaded with credits and all that, so it's pretty, you know, it's maximum function. So there's a motor for window regulator fault, so it found that. So they've all found the same faults, it seems. And there's multimedia faults, yeah, eject button, and fair enough. So yeah, it's they've all found all the faults, so that's grand. So there we go. I think that's all I'm going to do. It's just a quick and dirty test, of course. It's just see if they find all the modules, see if they find all the faults. They all did, and yeah, the maxi cease, we had to sort of give it more information. It read the VIN, we had to tell it the engine, and that sort of slowed it down a bit. And what came out at 3 minutes or something. The launch, it couldn't find the VIN, but it didn't really. Once I was told it was an Audi, it just went away and done the health report. That wee boy there, the one at the end, it found it took a wee while to connect on the Bluetooth. That was the only bit of a palaver I had with that. But after that, it rattled through okay, found all the modules, and all the information was there that I could see that the other scan tools would give. So, that is by far the cheapest tool here. I think the guy said he paid about £100 for that. Pro version, that would be sort of like the next cheapest. The Maxi Cease would be cheapest. No, hold on a minute. I'm talking a lot of nonsense here. That VCDS, unlimited VIN, updates for life there. That would be the next cheapest after that. Those two, however, only do VAG group cars, whereas them other two, they do multiple makes. That one and that one does multiple makes. So those two are stuck with VAG, and You know, if you own a VAG, or if you only do VAGs, you know, those two would maybe do you. That's a bit of a home gamery thing, but there's a lot on that, you know, and you can change coding and you can do everything. Well, what I could see in the options, whether it actually works or does it or not, it's another thing. The VCDS is, everybody that works with cars is familiar with VCDS. Everybody knows VCDS, and yeah, it was pretty quick, and it didn't have to tell it anything at all. It just did an auto scan and away it went, and so there you go. Take that out of that what you want. I'm not promoting any of these items, and you know, they're all mine that I paid for, apart from that one. That is not mine at all. So I wasn't really that familiar with it, to give it its dues, and it did have a bit of diffs connecting to the Bluetooth, but it did pick up 3 Bluetooth devices in the garage here. So one of which was probably the camera that I was actually filming it with. You know, so the other thing I meant to say, I maybe need to say, is a bit of a disclaimer. This laptop of mine, now, it's an old laptop, but just recently I put in a solid state drive into it and took the hard drive out of it, and I upgraded the memory to 8 gigabytes RAM. This laptop is a flying machine, and that was connected with USB 3, a direct connection, a wired connection. So that was the only one that had a wired connection. All the rest of them that was Bluetooth, and yeah, the other two are Bluetooth. I think they're both Bluetooth. So they were all wireless connected. Now that's advantageous, you know, because you're not hooked to the car then, and you can walk around it and stuff like that. But for speed and for that report there, the VCDS was by far the quickest. So there you go. And right, I'll have to finish this car off now and get all this stuff put away. So maybe you got something out of that. Maybe you thought it was a waste of time. But anyway, many thanks for watching, as ever. And all the best. And bye-bye.